How is wealth distributed in the US? We've all heard about the 1% by now. We know they have a lot of money, but how much of the total pie do they actually own? Wealth inequality is a natural outcome of a capitalist society. Think of it like a pyramid. You need a large base of people supporting it and a decreasing amount as you get higher, wealthier. This is called stability, and no society can function if that pyramid were upside down. The top 1% of Americans hold 32.3% of the country's wealth. That comes out to $35 trillion of wealth going to 3.2 million people. Average that out, and the 1% each own $11.2 million. On the other side of that, the bottom 50% own only 2.6%. That comes out to $2.88 trillion of wealth split among 164.7 million Americans. Average that out, and the bottom 50% each own $17,000. The top 10% collectively own $78 trillion of wealth in the US. The top 50% of Americans own $111 trillion of wealth. From 1989 to 2021, wealth has increased overall, but not equally. The bottom 50% saw their wealth grow 34% over that 22-year period. The next 40% of Americans saw their wealth grow 25.3%, otherwise known as the middle class. The top 10%, excluding just the 1%, saw their wealth grow 39.2%, and the top 1% saw their wealth grow 34.7% over the same period. It's the classic case of the rich get richer and the poor get a little bit richer, but not enough. But in recent years, it's looking a little bit better, but still a lot left to go. From 2016 to 2021, wealth has also grown, but not equally. The bottom 50% saw their wealth grow 71% over this 5-year period. The middle class saw their wealth grow 15%. The top 10%, excluding the 1%, saw their wealth grow only 17.7%. And the top 1% only saw their wealth grow 14.6% during this time. But remember, there are differences between wealth and income. Neither accurately reflects a person's economic position. And income does not portray the severity of financial inequality. But most of the wealth from the top 1% has been from decades of stock appreciation. Why doesn't everyone just invest? The bottom 20% of Americans have about $5,800 worth of stocks. The 20th to 60th percentile own about $13,000 worth of stocks. The 60th to 80th percentile own about $31,000 worth of stocks. The 80th to 89th percentile own about $82,000 worth of stocks. And the top 10% of Americans own about $365,000 worth of stocks. Because more of the money accumulated by poor people are going to paying for everyday expenses, less is going to investments that can magnify wealth. Unlike the poor, the wealthy are investing more and thus increasing the wealth gap. So what are your thoughts? Where do you fit into this whole scheme? Comment below. And as always, take care of your money.